This video might be longer than all the others because I'm just driving for a long time. I was thinking, also my buddy, he starts his videos with his name, so maybe I should start doing that. My name is Devin. Welcome. My name doesn't matter. Why does that matter? Why does my name matter? It doesn't. It doesn't matter who I am. It barely matters what I have to say. So ignore that. We don't edit videos here, so that doesn't really matter. It's not being edited out. I was once again thinking about my business. Most of my life I spent thinking about a couple of things: video games, my girlfriend, my friends. I should scratch that. My business, video games, my girlfriend, and my friends. And family too. Like that counts in that. I think that's it. So most of the topics I talk about are about those things because I used to focus a lot on philosophy and stuff like that and meditation. But right now I'm in a very how does one say, don't be poor season of my life. And I was listening to this video by a person, and I'll leave it at that. But I would say by a mentor of mine is more accurate. He is known to the world, like he exists and shit. And he was mentioning the archetypes of people. And one of the archetypes, he's like, there's two that I think apply to me a lot. The dreamer, the person who thinks about doing things, avoids action, and then there's delusional, the one who dreams about doing things but doesn't really do them, like the actions to actually achieve that. And I was thinking about that quite a bit today because I was just re-listening to that, and I think I spend a lot of time um, not doing the things I know I need to be doing, avoiding responsibility. And I think it's because I've had to take so much responsibility from when I was like a kid because my dad drank a lot. So I was always like mitigating fights, mitigating his alcohol usage and stuff. Um, and then the other part of that is I spent like the better parts of 2.5 years just like being solely responsible for every aspect of my business and every aspect of that like part of my life. And so uh, whatever, fucking that's good. Uh, and so now I can see this tendency to avoid responsibility. And I think it's always existed in me to try to avoid responsibility in like every facet of my life, really. Um, I don't love that. I don't love that aspect. I want to be the person that is reliable and dependable that I read about in manhwas. That's right. I'm sophisticated. I don't watch anime. I read it. Uh, I'm so fucking funny, bro. Um, but like thinking about that and thinking about like what am I trying to like I want to be like these characters, but they hold heavy responsibility. Chinese light novels, they hold tremendous amounts of responsibility. And here I am avoiding as much responsibility as possible. Trying to reduce the level of responsibility I have and not doing the actions I know I need to do in order to move in the direction I want to go in, which is not like not being poor. Like, and to also provide for people. It's cool having employees. Okay. Caveat. It is it is cool to provide for someone else's like living. That is awesome. And ideally, as we grow, I want to pay people more and more. And so because I think that's awesome. Someone could stunt on their fucking engineering friend and say, "Hey, I do a manual labor job and I get paid more than you." Ah. Overtime? Don't need to do that. Like that would be sick. And and that means I need to. So what the fuck? Oh, I'm going uphill. That would do it. There we go. Going to fourth. Because the speed limit's 120, and I'm going 100. Why? It's a Honda Fit, bro. It can do some shit. It's a manual Honda Fit, so you can like change gears. That's why I went down to fourth because I was like, we got to go up the hill. And so thinking about all that stuff, I'm just like, if I do the inputs that are required to be successful, inevitably I will be successful. If I put my whole fucking heart into it, I will be successful. If I put my entire spirit into it, I would be successful. I don't know when, but like, I don't do that. I put the least amount of myself into things, yet I expect the best outcome. Is that a little unfair? Both to myself and to the world. You have such expectations when I'm not putting in my whole spirit. I'm not breathing it. I'm not living it. I'm dabbling, dabbling. I think this is why, like, I was reading something today. It's a manual. Go figure. It's called Red Storm. I also reread The Legend of the Northern Blade. I've read that a few times. Same with Red Storm. I've read that a few times too. Um, but it was talking about how when you live in Red Storm, it's talking about conviction. Moving with conviction is incredible. You can you can do a lot more. You can you move with such force and such purpose. That doesn't matter what the world says it does. Will achieve what you want to do because you're moving with conviction. Now, me, I don't really do that. I have conviction over certain things, but not over a ton of things. Like, I don't move with a ton of force, which is contradictory to how I what I believe about the world, which is anything is possible if you try hard enough, and if you like, if someone else has done it, you can definitely do it to a great degree. Like, if I was to train to be a sprinter my entire life from now, this moment onward, would I ever beat Usain Bolt? Probably not. But would I beat like 99% of the people in the world? Yes. Would I lose to the top 100 Olympians? Yeah, probably. But I could be like maybe top 500 Olympians. Okay, I'd lose to the top 500 Olympians, whatever, 1,000. I'm still better than 99% of people at sprinting. And if I apply that to health, business, it's incredible what you could achieve if you apply yourself, put your whole like spirit into it. And so I was just thinking, like, before I only need to make enough money for me to eat, which honestly didn't require a ton like of revenue for the business. But now I need to make enough money that way I can eat and so could two other people eat and not have to worry. Provide them with enough hours, enough work that they feel like, dude, I'm actually doing something. Like I'm actually pretty, like I'm working. I'm actually putting in effort and getting results out of it. That is, they started working with me. They put their belief into me that I would be able to do that for them. So it's not just like me I'd be letting down. I'd be letting down many people. Three, myself included. I'm person. And so that's something I'm thinking about actively, which is like, I need to push this dreamer version of myself not out. Out's the wrong word, but more so, I need to prove to myself that, look, Devin, you're doing the actions that are required to be like not successful. Successful, I guess. You're doing the actions that are required to achieve something. You're not just thinking about it. You're not just dreaming about it. Trying to achieve it. You're trying to really like make it. You know, and that's something I don't think people think about really at all. But it's something I'm deeply thinking about right now. Dude, it's fucking beautiful. This could be a long ass video. Like I'm just gonna talk until I run out of things to talk about. It's beautiful here. Dude, this is crazy. I'm driving up a long mountain road on the highway and stuff. I'm seeing a family on my right, like outside, recording like TikToks or videos, and he's just jumping. Anyways, there's a beautiful mountain in front of me. Ball as fuck, like slate, but just stunning. Mind blown. Um, and so I've been thinking a lot about that, and like I owe these guys to try my goddamn hardest because they're working hard. They're trying to help me make this business successful. Don't I owe them that much to put my whole fucking heart into it? Don't I owe them that much? I feel like I do. What do you say so? God damn. That's a cliff face, bro. Oh, over the next 3, 4 days, I won't be at the warehouse at all. I'm going nowhere up north and I'm staying there for a bit. 3, 4 days, 5 days, maybe 5 days. Depends on how stressed I feel about work. Like how much I feel like I need to be there to micromanage and just manage everything. Hoping I don't need to be there at all. And they're like fine without me. Because over the next 4 or 5 days, I'm gonna be turning this motherfucking ship around. Because July's not looking great. And that's bad because it means there's not enough work for 4 guys, 3, 4 guys. Realistically, I could run this business and make enough just for me and like one other guy. I think that's doable. Actually, I know that's doable and be comfortable. But I think it'd be cool to make enough. But, like I can hire a team to do things. You know, like I'm actually like providing something cool and like doing really good work or trying to at least, I think that'd be cool. Um, and like not be the linchpin to the entire business. Right now, I am the linchpin to the entire business. If I'm feeling sick, we're almost fine. We're not fully fine because right now, once again, I have the 2 employees, like 4 employees, but 2 full times, not part times, but casuals. Who only want to work like 2 to 3 days a week, which works out perfectly. So you don't have enough work for all. Right now, we don't have enough work for 2 other employees other than me for the month of July. So I'm really trying to turn that around. So there is enough work for the month of July. And I don't know. It's like I know what to do. I'm just so resistant to doing it. And I just gonna need to push through that and just do the actions I know need to be done. I've talked about this a lot. I'm very blessed. I'm very like I'm very grateful for the position I'm in. Sometimes most times I'm annoyed or irritated or upset or whatever by things. And I'm just gonna say things because that's what they are. It's not actually a massive deal. It's actually doesn't matter. The things that annoy me, things that irritate me, they don't matter at all. when it feels like they be. And I let them be so, whether I should or shouldn't, whatever. But I let them irritate me. I'm just okay with that. It's whatever. It's part of life. Uh, Even with like working out right now, I worked out twice this last week. And this week, I need to work out at least twice. But I can feel like my brain, my body, it's so resistant to doing the actions, to pushing the weight and getting stronger. It's so resistant to it. Cause like my bones and my body is like, ah, I'm tired. As my nephew says, I'm tired. It's Nini time. Like it's sleep time. That's what occurs inside my mind. And so it's just like, what the hell? What the hecky? What am I supposed to do? I need to push through that malaise and that's a good word, malaise. That's a good word. It's accurate. It's very appropriate for what I'm trying to explain. This malaise and this stinkingness into laziness, into like doing nothing, into like fading, fading. Fuck. There's a lot to do. And so over the next 3, 4 days, however long I stay up here, I'm literally gonna be solely focused on turning the ship around. I'm away from everything. I have no responsibilities up here. Sort of. Orders are still going out over the next couple of days. The team has the ability and the capacity to handle it without me. And I just need to like let go of that. And just like let go in the sense of like, don't be stressed out about it. Give them the objectives of the day of like, hey, let's hit these couple of things. Hey, with this order, be careful of this. Hey, with this, do this. Like, provide that and just let them take care of it. And the rest of it doesn't matter. Now, the other aspect of it is just like the next 3, 4 days, it's just gonna be solely focused on how the hell can I like murder for the business? How can I provide the best outcomes for the business? I stayed up a couple of days ago to like 1 or 2 in the morning. And like I sleep by midnight usually. It's usually sooner, like 11 to midnight. I stayed up till like 1 or 2 trying to solve a problem that I knew was occurring and that made my team's life harder. And I think I solved it, but I need it pushed to live, and I can't do that. I need to reach out to the software devs to push it. Uh, because my job is to help them make less errors. Because guess what? Their job is to do the job. My job is to make their life as easy as possible and to provide the work. So that's why I stayed up to get that done. So I was like, this is important. It is making their life harder, and it's making my life harder because it means I need to drive out and fix the problem that occurred. I don't want to do that. Like I want to fix the problem. I just don't want the problem to occur in the first place. And so for the next 3, 4 days, it's just gonna be like getting more jobs for them and like really nailing down. Let's murder this shit. Let's try our best. Let's live with some conviction. Let's apply some force into the world, which is something like I mentioned to other people. Like, dude, the human spirit is fucking incredible. Like, god damn, the human spirit's incredible. The amount of shit you could achieve, the amount of shit you could do. Also, I might run out of like storage space in my phone, so this video might just fucking end random. If it goes live, it means I'm still alive. Uh, but like, it's beautiful, and that's why I get so pissed off at myself when I'm falling into malaise while working out or while doing things, because I'm like, dude, I'm so lucky and I have so much ability and an agency to do things. Like, come on, do the things. Like, try your best. Because it irritates me when others don't do that for themselves. And it's one of the things that I think annoys my friends the most. Potentially. I push a lot. If they speak a desire into the world, I want nothing more than for them to fulfill that desire. Also, I'm going way too fast. Uh, I want nothing more than for them to fulfill that desire, to achieve that goal that they set out for. And I could be annoying about it. Be very annoying about that. I've mentioned this in almost every video recently. One day, I'll be dead. And what a shame it would be not have lived a life worth living. For whomst? I don't know. But I do know that, like, I want to do things. I want to touch the sky. If I'm tilling dirt, I want to be the best motherfucking tiller out there. Right now, I think I'm not. I'm not the guy putting in the hours to be the best tiller. To really be swallowed up in the depth of a field. I think there's something beautiful in that. Someone who takes pride in every piece of work they do. Something beautiful about that. It doesn't matter what they're doing, and that's the crazy part. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. And I think the difference is the outcome I'm trying to maximize for. Like, I'm just trying to reach outcomes. Let's say transitioning from outcome to like process. Like, let's do the process. Yes, it leads to this outcome. Because guess what? I'll just like I'll know, but it'd be pretty sick. So yeah, next couple of days is really going to be solving this shit. That's going to be my biggest priority. I owe it to the world and I owe it to myself. and I owe it to my employees and myself because at the current trajectory, I can afford to pay them. The business makes no money, and I make no money. Like I can't afford to pay myself. I always pay them like full. That's bad because I didn't pay myself much. I paid myself $21,000 last year. Not a lot of money. That's not to look weird. Um, last year I paid myself 21,000. I was living at home with my parents too, so I didn't really have expenses. Most that went to food and health. And so, hold on. Oh my gosh, pausing work. Wow, bro. Big tech out here. Um, headphones just disconnected and shit. So I was like, I want to. Yeah. Big tech. Big motherfucking tech. So, um, what was I talking about? God damn it. Get distracted. Shucks. It's gone. Yeah, we're gonna solve problems. We're gonna go to the gym. We're gonna work hard. We're gonna try our goddamn hardest to achieve things and to like provide. Let's say this, and I hope I do it. Hope I do it. I will do it. I just hope I do it like to with my whole like heart. I want to say, dude, because I just want to be funny. I just want to say my whole bussy. But I'm like, this is the internet. We can't be doing that shit. It's not talking with my buddies and trying to like make them laugh. It's very different. Um, I'm pretty sure the speed limit's 90 here, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going 90, so I guess that's the speed limit. This is a construction zone. Am I? Yeah, you guys get it. I do have the thought of like maybe I'm chasing too much. Maybe I'm striving for too much. But fuck it, you know? Why not? Why not? Think about it. Why not? Why not? Why not try? Like put your whole fucking oomph into it, you know? Wait, that's a 60 zone. No way, that's a 60 zone. On the motherfucking highway. Never mind. Oof. 60 zone when there's people here. It's I think a 90 zone for now. Cop pulls me over, I'll just say, whoopsie, sorry. You know. And when he hands me a ticket, I'll be like, damn, that sucks. Uh, yeah. Why not try? I was listening to fuck, I don't know her name. And it's not because I don't respect women. I respect women. It's just I forgot her name. Alyssa Louis, the figure skater, the young 21, 23, 25, 19-year old, something like that, figure skater. And she was talking about how like being a world champion and shit, and how like it doesn't matter, how she loves suffering, how she loves like all the emotions she feels and just to exist and to like just like live. I'm like, God damn, she's so cool. I want to be like that. I want to just feel and live and just exist, you know? But I'm not that guy. I'm just the dude who I'm not too much in my head, in my noggin and shit, you know? And so I was listening to her talk and I was just like, okay, dude, let's just try. Let's just try. Let's just try our best, you know? So we're just gonna try. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try. We're gonna give it our fucking old college try, but this time I'm not dropping out. So we're gonna do our best and like regardless of if this venture fails or not, it really suck. I put a lot of fucking literal blood, literal sweat, maybe literal tears. I don't actually remember, but it's totally possible into this business as well as like money and shit. But I think I'll learn a lot. I think I'll learn like a ton, and that's sort of sick. Like to learn, to like grow, and like to become like smarter, and knowing that you have become like brighter and wiser. That's pretty fucking sick, right? So that's something I'm gonna I've internalized a bit more. Like, dude, I've done something incredible. We could afford to hire someone full time. Is that crazy? I don't know shit. I'm trying to be careful with what spells I'm speaking out into the world, so I'm not gonna finish a sentence. But I'm just a dude figuring it out. I'm okay with saying that spell. That word, these words, these set of words that I'm just a guy doing shit and trying his best. Okay. Trying to try his best. That's more accurate. I am trying to try my best. A lot. There's just a lot to do, you know? There's a lot to do. And it's sort of beautiful in some fucked up way, you know? There's so much to do. And time continues to tick by. Yesterday, me and my buddy, when I'm like super close and good friends, we played Battlefield 6 for like since I switched to Windows, we could play Battlefield 6 now. It's phenomenal. We played for like 4 or 5 hours, and I haven't had so much fun just doing this shit, fucking sucking, and just like being good, sucking, all of it. Like it was great. It's a ton of fun. Could I, if I played that with my just by myself, wouldn't have been as much fun. I still had a good time, but it wouldn't have been like lit. And so we're trying our best. Like I'm trying to try my best. That is the current state of what I'm in. I just hope my best is good enough. I hope my trying to try is good enough. Because I don't think I'm leaving everything out on the field. I'm trying to. I'm trying to leave everything I got out on the field. Trying my best, but it's surprisingly hard. It's hard. Also, I'm really just rocking it fucking fourth gear up these mountains, which feels wrong because like I'm going like 130 in fourth. I'm 5,000 RPMs. RPM revolutions per minute. RPMs revolution per minute. That doesn't make sense. It's RPM. So it's not too bad. Let's try to different. Let's see how that goes. That's that doesn't feel as good. But whatever. We'll see our like mileage at the end of this. I started at 6.6 liters for 100 kilometers. We're going about 400, and it is getting a bit late. So we'll see like what kind of kilometerage per 100 kilometers literage we're at, you know? And so, yeah, dude, I want to try my best. I know I've iterated that a few times, but like, now you're getting a fucking aspect into my mind. Because usually these videos are like 5, 16, 17 minutes. This is like a 42-minute, 43-minute video. That's crazy. It's going to be longer because I'm just thinking. And sometimes there's quiet parts where I'm not saying anything. That's just because, like, I'm thinking, I'm processing, I'm feeling what it means to exist. Feels right. I think I might be done. Actually, no. Let's break down the processes because that's what I'm going to be thinking about, anyways. So, I'm looking to hire a customer service rep. And so, why? Because I'm required on job sites. Because sometimes things are forgotten or whatever, some issue occurs. I need to be out there. I don't need to, but I am out there often. And that reduces the speed at which we like produce revenue, which means I make less money. The guys get closer to being just let go because like we got no fucking we got no money. So like I'm looking into hiring a sales rep or a customer service rep or some shit like that because I think that will help solve one of the biggest problems, which is follow up. Yeah, I try my best to follow up and to call clients and like be of service and be helpful. But sometimes I'm busy. What am I supposed to do? What is that guy supposed to do? So I have a meeting on Tuesday. Talk to some guys about that. And then I'm also thinking about how we should reorganize our warehouse so it's more organized and less of a clusterfuck. Because it's currently a clusterfuck. So I gotta solve that. I also moved like a couple of orders from Friday to Thursday because I was like, I need to make my guys' life easier because otherwise they have a hard fucking day. Like Friday would be insanely long, insanely hard. So I split the orders like 50-50 between the 2 days and actually like mitigate most of the like heartache of that. The rest of it is like figuring out our processes, figuring out like where things can go wrong and how we can mitigate that from happening. And then also just like pumping out sales velocity. Um, we aren't selling enough jobs. And when we're not selling enough jobs, it means no one gets paid. And that's bad. So that meeting's Tuesday morning. So we'll see how that goes. And then I have 2 meetings tomorrow to talk with like people much wiser than I about different processes and like how to deal with it and how to like be better. How like scale, how to reach for something I've never reached for before. I still think about what my one of my mentors said to me. She's like, "You're already there, Devin. You just don't know it. You're already there." That's crazy. Oh, other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna work on filming some ads for Christmas lights. Uh, at Christmas in July, and then discount all Christmas light sales for October setup. That would be pretty sick. Because if you could get like 20 to 30,000 in revenue from that, that'd be pretty sick. Because then we could pay for the guys in November and October, where our season's like dead. So I'm gonna try some Christmas in July, Christmas light sales. See how that goes. Um, but like it's all doable. It's all achievable. And I have the ability and the mindfulness and the like there's a guy out there who's worth so much more than I am. Who lives, to be fair, I don't want his life. Not exactly his life. I like that he's in a loving relationship. I love that he has made so much money. And I love his spiritualism. I love that he loves video games. But he loves video games too much for me. I don't want to play that many video games. Do I want to fuck around and play some video games for like a week sometimes? Without any consequences? Yeah, that'd be sick. So, in that sense, I do like it, but like in general. And I want kids. Like, I want to experience the fullness of life. So, him believing in me so, he said it so offhandedly too, that comment. But I know he genuinely meant it. And that's sick. That's so cool. And it lives rent free in my head, bro. Rent free up here. And that's good. It's a good thing for it to live rent free up here. Cause like I need I need that. I need someone to believe in me so much that like it makes me believe in me, and that provides it. I haven't been going to yoga as much either. Give me a second.